Want to let you guys know that you guys can join the WQM on-air staff at Smoke on the Water in Weston for Whiskey Stars and Cigars on Wednesday, September 25th. It's presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Enjoy a fine whiskey, a good cigar, and Dolphins, Canes, Heat, and Panthers conversation with the WQM on-air staff. It's free to attend, but you need to RSVP at WQM.com, which will get you an invite and a complimentary cigar. You must be over 21, drink responsibly. Talk sports with the WQAM on-air staff at Whiskey Stars and Cigars. Wednesday, September 25th at Smoke on the Water in Weston, presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Official partner, the Main Man. There's nobody better to help you flip your biz and cash out big than the Main Man. Go online at www.themainman.com and sponsored by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah. Check that on out, ladies and gentlemen. What do you got there, dude? You got a protein shake? What do you got? Some muscle? Yeah.
I brought it a while ago. It's still good.
Oh,
wait. What do you mean a while ago?
Doing some meal replacements?
No,
Big Spoon's
I haven't eaten.
Oh, okay. I thought because sometimes Big Spoon, she gets on these diet kicks, you know?
No.
I didn't know if you were like on a non-chewing diet.
No.
She did a juice thing.
No, I didn't.
Oh, what? Yes, you did.
Oh,
one time you were like, you were so upset you were drinking through a straw. I'm like, you didn't get your jaw broken.
I did before.
And you were very I know you have.
That's no fun.
But you were so excited that first sandwich that you had.
Oh, man, it was glorious.
Yeah. All right. Well, the Dolphins are gearing up for their week 2 matchup against the Bills. A couple things on the injury report, Leroy. The running backs are apparently banged up. Raheem Mostert has an ankle thing, and Devon Achane has a chest. They I don't know if they officially practiced yesterday or they just did like a
walkthrough. You
just like a little walk through.
Quick turnaround. You might.
How many Thursday night games you played?
Every year.
Yeah.
Oh, you have.
No, it started 90.
I mean, the every week thing just started like 3 years ago.
94.
So
maybe 94 and 95 because I remember playing Tennessee on a Thursday.
You played Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Randy took your turkey.
Randy took my turkey.
Did he? Oh, yeah. You had a good game.
Yeah.
But he had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. And 3 catches.
That's
for 150.
That's pretty good.
That's it. That's turkey leg right there.
And and Smith got hurt and you had to play the whole game, right?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. You never know when it's coming, but you know it was coming, right? It happened in the Atlanta game in the playoffs.
Wow. But yeah, so I don't know what that means if what their availability is going to look like because it is a short week. But
this is one of the things that I also noticed. Tried to rotate a lot of guys, but when the running game wasn't working, you got to make it work. So you got to go to your guys.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I was impressed with is we hadn't even seen what's his name play.
Jalen, right?
No, the running back, the other one,
Jeff Wilson.
Mm-hmm. We were even having questions. Are they going to keep?
Yeah, I didn't know he was going to make the team.
Right.
Really, if Chris Brooks doesn't get hurt, it would have been a fascinating question.
Right.
If he didn't get banged up, would Jeff Wilson? Now, Jeff Wilson is like Mike McDaniel's guy. That's
and the other thing is he is that dude like that they go to for physical, because remember, Raheem Mostert start running differently when Jeff Wilson got in the building.
Yep.
Right. So maybe it's that
when they were reunited.
Maybe it's that. But I think you got another team that has 2 outside good pass rushers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're going to have to do some of the same stuff.
If you were to go and you were to like open up Madden ratings and you were to look at dogging them, Jeff Wilson's would be at a 90. Like that's Jeff Wilson right there, dude. But it was interesting that Jalen Wright wasn't even active, although it makes sense. I mean, you only have so many guys, but do you think that if this is the case, like
they had a whole lot of tight ends activated?
Sure did. And boy, they stunk.
I mean, look, we
were
that's one of the positions where the coach need to say, look, y'all ain't gonna get that many opportunities. Right? But the ones that you get, we need you to make those plays.
For sure.
Right? because that's why we got you.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a whole lot of new wrinkles. It still felt like, we got the two best weapons in the world.
It'll come. It'll come.
Does anybody in the AFC East love their tight ends?
That's all Buffalo uses.
I think Buffalo likes
Buffalo
their
uses
tight
what?
ends.
Austin, Kincaid
Dalton
and
Knox didn't do bleep this
I
weekend.
use fantasy. Kincaid
oh,
didn't do
it's
squat.
Knox and Kincaid.
Knox and Kincaid, the KKs, they didn't do too good.
Intangibles.
The intangible tight ends.
You know who they went to? They went to the old TikToker who was on the Dolphins. Mac Hollins had a touchdown.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He had a touchdown. So I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, like I was listening to this Mike McDaniel yesterday, and he's trying to like, do they have our number? What matters about this year? Hey, enough of that nonsense. Statement game, dude.
Right.
I'm telling you right now. I don't want to hear none of this. Oh, half our team wasn't on the team last year. I don't care. A lot of them were. And this guy has been kicking your ass, number 17, since he's put on a pair of Bill's shoulder pads. It's been ridiculous how much he's owned the Dolphins. Enough is enough already.
I know the feeling. My first NFL game, we beat Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Never beat them again. Believe me.
Was it the same quarterback?
Cowher or
No.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Was this during the Cowher years?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then I got one worse for you. We went to Baltimore and we played them the first couple of weeks. I got tackled one time, and they go, "You're still Cleveland."
Oh no! They said that. I don't like that.
I was like, I wouldn't know whether to cry or be mad. I couldn't do nothing about it. We were terrible. Cleveland, you're still Cleveland. I was like, wow.
That stings, dude.
It hurts. It hurts.
Wow.
It went down deep because to us, we wasn't Cleveland. We ain't playing in Cleveland. But yeah. So, but yeah, man. There's a lot of if you go look at the league, right? There's always every team has that one team. And they'll put a stat up and you go, wow, really? So
damn, mental warfare, man.
That's tough.
That's tough.
Right. I mean, just think about who. I'm trying to think, who could it be? There's a lot. You could go to any team and they have that one team that they can't beat.
Yeah.
It happens.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's just now it's the Bills. I think years ago it was the Bills couldn't beat the Dolphins.
It was, I mean, obviously the Patriots reigned forever over this division.
Yeah, but they would beat everybody.
The Dolphins always kind of they always would get a split.
They would beat them once. They would always get a split, even as dominant as New England was.
But this Bills thing has been just a pain in the ass.
Well, the good thing is you won't have to win the next. You play both games before it gets really cold.
Yes, that's true. But I want this one.
So have you agreed with him now, Leroy, that this is a statement game?
No.
Okay.
He kind of agrees.
Because
I don't.
Because you said it 2 times and he just kind of just
I think. Listen,
answered
it's not necessarily a statement game, but there's games during the course of a year that can build your confidence and put you in a more secure place about what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And sometimes you get into these games where you've never had success. And then you finally have success and it puts you over the hump. Where other times you get into those moments again and you don't have success and then you start dragging. So I don't think it's a statement game, but it's kind of a point in not just the season, but in this regime that there's certain humps you got to get over, right? Certain humps you got to get over. This is one of those humps. You haven't beat him in a while. You haven't contained Josh Allen in a while.
Okay, but there's no such thing as a hump game. It's a statement.
I said
game.
get over the hump.
No, it's not. It's the same.
I didn't call it a hump.
But you're being very inefficient with your words. Get over the hump game, statement game is like its cousin, but nobody would ever call it a get over the hump game because that's just stupid.
Leave me alone. I'm not doing this. I'm not.
Why?
Because I'm gonna get annoyed already.
Like, what are you supposed to do? Put a camel on the logo?
No, I'm just
Mike. Guess what game it is?
hump day.
Hump game. Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 here on the program. Let's get some headlines here. Brought to you by Doral Kia. From over 500 new Kia models in inventory like the Sportage, the Sorento, and the Telluride. Remember, when it comes to a Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. Last night, Monday Night Football, 49ers handled the Jets 32-19.
Hey, my Monday was a little better.
I knew it.
Vlad, I had a rough one this weekend.
You know what? It's cool. I thought about it while I was working on some of the editing. I was like, oh, you know what? Leroy had a terrible Saturday and Sunday. So you know
terrible
what?
Saturday.
You know what? He can, that Monday, seeing the Jets. All right, I give it to him.
He needed something.
He needed something.
I needed something.
When you traveling and see your teams get your ass kicked, yeah, that's a bad weekend.
It wasn't like listen, it wasn't even close. Neither one of them.
Pretty wild. It was something there, man.
Hey, Leroy, me and my friends were talking. Is it time to, stick a fork in Deshaun?
Oh, well, listen, he wants to.
Because we did a funeral procession for Russell Wilson last year, and we kind of want to do another one for Deshaun because it's been 3 years. Like, it's no more excuses anymore.
Dude, here I watch games, and I'm usually pretty calm about what I'm seeing because sometimes something you do in the first quarter has a bigger, picture thing or an adjustment that's coming, and you're just setting the team up. One of the things that I would say I just can't stomach is all the 3 and 4 and 5 yard passes that he's throwing. I don't know why, but I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, he used to sling that thing.
Right. So I don't know why that is. I don't know what the situation is, but I do know that they can't win like that.
It's not looking great, dude. Hey, let me ask you this, all right?
Hmm.
You don't have to say names, but around the Browns,
Mm-hmm.
what's the vibe with them? Like, is everybody kind of eye rolling? Is it cringy? Is it hopeful? Like, the people who you know and trust around there, just like, is it an excellent? Well,
No, it's
or is it like rats off a ship?
I am probably one of the last.
Oh, so most people are rats.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
They got their snorkels on.
Right.
Wow.
I am, again, I tell you this all the time. Based on my career, I had people extremely patient with me.
Mhm.
I only took a year, but still. And so I try to, when it comes to players, and this is all players, you've seen me do this.
Mhm.
I have been a little more patient than most. But the thing that I can't be patient with is if you get paid a bunch of money, then that means you have a skill set that separates you from a lot of other individuals that can do that thing.
Yeah. Wow.
And what I'm watching now, and it don't help nothing now that Baker is balling.
That doesn't help.
And in fact, they got rid of him and he had an arm injury.
Yep.
And he tried to play through it.
Yep.
But the fact that I could have, because right now, people might not like this, but Jameis Winston will at least take chances and throw the ball down the field.
He gives a great speech.
He may throw it to the other team, but I think people would be okay with that. Here, do you understand how excited people got Joe Flacco slinging it all over the field?
Oh, yeah.
He had 13 touchdowns and 8 picks, which is average.
But it's fun. Old man.
It's fun. Jameis Winston's the same way.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
you know what's interesting? You know, you had all these dinking dunkers all over the place. And nobody's really spent this weekend thanking Tua.
Oh, going deep?
No one's thanking Tua for saving football. Because really,
isn't it funny? The guy,
he's the last of a dying breed that everybody told me was a check down Charlie. And really, I look around the statistics and everybody else looks like
23 of 40 for 160 yards.
like was last night Aaron Rodgers' way of honoring Joe Namath by putting up a 1970s stat line? Like all I see around the league is 140 yards passing, 150 yards passing. And really the only person saving your fantasy teams and saving your Sundays is Tua Tagovailoa.
Okay. Let's relax because I saw 8 negative plays by the Miami Dolphins offense as well.
Hey, but the chunks were there. Could you imagine if they didn't have the negative plays?
Devon A-Chain's running line, that wasn't pretty good. Because I saw you throw 30 yards to Jalen Waddle, and then the next 3 plays were all negative.
What is this, 1970? What are you, Zonk? Nobody came here for a run game. We came here to see bombs.
Hey, don't knock Zonk, okay? By the way, I love Zonk.
I love Zonk. Zonk's a great tweeter. But I'm just
best.
saying, we all came. I thought we were in a day and age we wanted to see people sling that football down the field. Nobody does it anymore except for Tua. You guys told me he couldn't do it.
330 is pretty impressive.
I'll also say that we kind of talked about this yesterday, Vlad, is that Mike McDaniel wants to run the ball outside and stretch defense so much. And that was the wrong team to do it against. Because all of their pass rushers, the first thing they do is get up the field. So you're asking for it. You're asking for trouble. If you don't get outside those guys, they get upfield quick. And so that's what it looked like. And that's why when Jeff Wilson came in the second half and they start running more of a inside, it looked a little bit different.
But look at these guys. Look at these so-called great quarterbacks, you know, that are out here. You know, Dak Prescott, 179, highest paid quarterback in the league. Deshaun Watson, most guaranteed money, 169. Aaron Rodgers, the GOAT, 167. Joe Burrow, 164. Trevor Lawrence paid more than Tua, 162.
You know what I mean?
Kirk Cousins, all he did was used to put up stats. Empty stats. Kirk Cousins gave you 155. Justin Herbert, more passing yards than any rookie quarterback ever, 144. If it wasn't for Tua, we would be in the football stone ages, dude. That's the facts about it. You're welcome.
Or Javon Holland making that fumble because
team game.
No, yeah.
No. It's a team game. I'm just talking strictly quarterback. You're changing the arguments. I'm talking quarterbacking. Changing the game.
I can say that. He can't.
I can say that.
Because you always point the individuals good.
This is a quarterback conversation, and Tua is saving football.
How about this?
Hmm?
You know that I think Aaron Rodgers is old as hell.
Yeah.
And Father Time is undefeated.
That's right.
But I didn't talk about Aaron Rodgers like most people would. Oh, Aaron Rodgers, you're supposed to get us over that hump. No, I put the issues where they were.
Oh, now that's on the defense. That loss is on the defense.
And listen, we just watched some plays with that O-line. I'm going to just do this.
For week 1?
Shaky.
Yeah, it was week 1.
I did see some guy have
40-0s can't hit a whole lot.
I did see a
right?
Jets tackle put Nick Bosa in a literal rear naked choke to try and keep him off. Wasn't called, by the way. Got away with it.
Good.
Cat for Life says, Tobin, you're laying it on way too thick. This is how the football gods punish a team.
Yes.
Hey, I just want to be clear. No. I just want to say something.
Hey.
See, this is why you guys aren't grown-ups. I'm talking two different things here. I'm not saying he's the best. I'm not saying he's number 1 in the league. I'm not saying they're the best team. All I'm saying is, as far as entertaining football is concerned, you're welcome for Tua Tagovailoa, giving you some explosive plays because these quarterbacks suck. And all of them are putting up a boring product. I'm not here to say he's the best. I'm not here to say what's what. All I'm saying is look at the rest of the league, and the only guy who has given you explosion all over the place. When they said he was they called him old Dinkin' Dunkin' Donuts. That's what they called Tua. And how is he? He's out here throwing bomb skis to Tyreek Hill. It's the best thing in the sport, and you're welcome for it.
The game wasn't that game supposed to be over? Was it supposed to be a shootout? That's what everybody.
That's on Trevor Lawrence. He can't shoot it. They got shut out in the second half. Blame old Goldilocks. Great throw by him to Thomas, though. That was a good throw. That's all he had, though.
Those 2 throws to Thomas pretty good.
Ooh. Is that a ghost?
2 days.
Yeah.
That Thursday catch up to you quick.
We'll hear a little bit from Mike McDaniel coming on up. Tua, thank you for saving football.